Okay. So today we are doing forearms, so forearm mobility and wrists, neck, spine, and pec if we have time. So I just want you to get standing up, and I'll see if I can hopefully fit in this frame.
Yeah, I'm just out.
Yeah, and so I just want you to take hip distance apart, have soft knees, tuck your tailbone, and I just want you to do like a bit of a ragdoll rotation. And so you can lift up, I'll see if I can get my feet into it. You can lift up your heels when you do this, but I just want you to take your arms and just swing them behind you and lift up your heel. So you're getting a bit of rotation in the spine.
Yep.
And you're trying to just get as much rotation, coming back, looking back, and throwing your arms up high, and then middle. Doesn't really matter what height you do it. It's good to do a variety of directions. And you'll find that with every rotation you do, you're getting more arm swing, stand, as you go backward. Just warm you up. Okay.
A good one for your golf, Lachlan.
Yeah. So the more you pick up your foot, the more you can obviously rotate, almost like a 360, your arms. Okay, so now stop doing that. Grab your elbows, and I'll stand on the side so you can see. So same sort of hip distance apart and soft knees, and you're just going to fold forward to where you feel comfortable, hip hinging, and you're just doing little circles with your elbows. You can go slower as fast as you like, and as you do it, I just want you to rotate, sort of swiveling to the side. You're starting to get a little stretch in the side of your hip. Moving like just back and forth a bit, side to side. And just let your arms hang down and then slowly come up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, and then the neck will be the last thing. Okay. Like how I come up slowly and then Mike's like taking his time, which is what I should recommend. I just want to see you guys what you're doing. Okay. So, no, we're gonna. Do you have a mat, Lachlan?
Yeah, I got a mat.
Okay. So you're going to get into this rail cat position. I love how everything on your all fours is basically called some sort of cat. And you'll have your hips over your knees, your feet out just behind you, and you're just going to crawl out. And you're just going to keep the hips in line. You're not going to come over. And you're just going to try and reach as far as you can. Rest. Just rest your head. Let it hang there. And we're going to slowly replace your left hand where your right hand is. So it looks like this. And you're going to take your arm to the side. So this is going to be a pushing arm. This is going to be a pulling arm. And if I show you probably facing you, can probably see a bit better what I'm doing with my hands. So my left hand has replaced my right. This is coming to the side. I'm pulling with this hand and I'm pushing with this one. And I'm getting nice lateral stretch from just behind my shoulder blade, so my left shoulder blade, to my hip. And if you want to push your hip out a bit to the side, so bring it to the side and maybe down, you get more of a side stretch.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So pulling with the top hand actively, pushing with this one. You don't have to put in that much effort if you're already feeling it. And just take a few deep breaths there. You'll change the sensation depending on where your side arm is. So if it's higher, you can often feel it higher in the shoulder. If it's lower, you can feel it more on the side. You work out what's best for you. And then draw your arm back. I'm sure it's getting a bit sore. And then place your right hand where your left hand would have been. And then place your left hand to the side. Gentle pulling at the front, top hand pushing with your right. Draw your right hip down maybe push it to the side if you're not feeling a strong enough stretch of the hip. You should just feel it all along that line behind your right shoulder blade to your hip.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Take a few deep breaths out.
Spot on for golf, Mikey.
Thought you'd like that one.
And if you kind of twist, so like, I guess, twist your torso towards your bent arm to the side, you just get a different sensation in the side as well. And then just come to the middle again and place your left hand over your right, and then just lift up your underarm of your left side. Just a different stretch. A few breaths here. The slower the breath, the better. And then creep your hands to the left side. So right hand over the left. I realize you can't see my hands in the video, but you know what I mean. And then slowly lift up your right shoulder. Give it a bit of a twist. Two deep breaths here. And then come back to your original whale cat position. Your hands are just in front. And just kind of do a bit of a side wriggle. It's very micro movement as you just try and press down. Okay. And then I want you to come slowly onto your tummy. And I'll just move this bolster because I don't need it. And so your hands are just in front of you, kind of like a Sphinx position in yoga. You're just going to wriggle your hips side to side. You're going to try and relax your belly, the floor, and hips. Make sure you're not using your lower back. And then you're going to place your hands kind of like you're going to lie down on your forearms. You can have a little rest, but leave one hand there, your left hand, and we take our right hand to the side. This is like a modified cobra, single arm cobra. So let me move so you can see my hand. This is just to the side, and you're going to straighten it, and you're going to just look over your shoulder, but keep your hips on the floor. Your hips will want to do this. But just try and keep them on the floor and just look over your shoulder. See if you can look at your feet. Yep. And then come down and swap your arms. And then place your left hand to the side. So I turn to my side so you can see. Just blowing your hips to the floor and just looking over your shoulder to look at your feet. Your hips do not come off the floor. I'm trying to get a thoracic twist. So stretching around the rib cage. And swap. So we're just going to do 4 more iterations of this. Let's try and use your breath. Exhaling as you push away. Got a little bit of waving action in the background.
Pushing.
Yeah, and then one more on each side. If you want it a lot stronger and you feel like you've got the shoulder mobility, you can put your hand in a push-up position, and as long as your hips don't come off the floor, then you'll get a really strong rotational stretch. But my hips already want to come off the floor, and they can't get straight arm, so just have it to the side.
Hard to keep your hips on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm just going to swap around. You're going to get into your cat position again, but all fours. And we're going to do a modified cat-cow. And some people think this is quite boring, but I'm going to add some variations that are going to make it stronger for you. So when you take yourself into that angry cat pose, you're tucking tailbone and then bringing your mid back up and kind of looking between your knees, pushing away. But you also could do a variation of pushing your wrists away, so like you're trying to push the floor away, and you're also trying to push the floor away with your knees. So trying like kind of like a this action. So pushing wrists away, pushing knees away as you tuck your tailbone, pushing away with shoulders, looking between your knees. You get more.
Yeah.
It's an active angry cat. And then breathe out as you untuck your tailbone. Come through with the shoulders. Neck and head is the last thing to come up. Take a deep breath. And then you can pull your wrists and your knees in towards you. And you get more of an arch in your lower back. And also perhaps more of a stretch in your abdominals. In the middle. And then take a breath, untuck tailbone. Always try and lead with your tailbone. Lifting up mid-back, pushing away with hands and shoulders. Tipping head, looking through your knees and pushing away with your wrists and knees. Breathing here. And take a breath in and start to untuck tailbone. Let your chest come through the shoulders. Lifting neck and head as the last thing. And gentle pull of the wrists and knees towards you, so you're getting more of a dip, more of like, yeah, Beyonce bum sticking out, arching. And then to come to the middle, just come to neutral. And I just want you to look over your shoulder, looking to the side, and I'm gonna just move direction so I can see you and then you can see me what I'm doing to the side. So when I look to the side, I'm also pushing my left hip out. So I'm looking to the right side, my right foot, and I'm pushing the hip out. So I'm kind of like creating this C shape in a way with my head and my hip. Yeah. And then looking the other way, pushing my right hip up, right hip to the side and looking my left. Let's just do another 2 of those. Looking at my right foot, pushing my left hip to the side. And another one. Yeah. Or we can actually just do another one. So 6 is good. Always try and breathe out when you're trying to stretch. Side, and then come to neutral, and I want you to combine all those 4 movements. So there's 2 side movements and your cat and cow, and so you're using your spine like a skipping rope. This is also known as disco cat. It's some other cat, so you're untucking your tailbone. You're having your thoracic come up, pushing away with shoulders, pushing away with wrists and knees, and then you're taking it to the side while you look to the right side, looking to the left, and then coming down and arching, untucking pelvis, chest coming through, and then moving to the side, looking to the right. So you might have done it the opposite way, but you kind of get the idea that you're using your spine like a skipping rope. So it's coming up, the side, down, and then to the side again. And you're trying to minimize your shoulder and hip movement, so it's not like you're in an R&B film clip and you're trying to just randomly do this. You're trying to keep everything really still as you lift up, come to the side, dip down, come through the side. And don't worry if you're having trouble making the movements or the transition. It's an unusual type of movement. And you're just trying to make your spine like a bit of a snake. As if you've ever seen snakes move, and just go the other way. It is very smooth and not jagged. Okay. Let's have a look. Lachlan, try to have your knees a bit further apart, just like a little bit, yeah. And that'll give you more stability because your foundation is like the distance between your hands and then your knees too. Yep. Good. And then finish that when you're ready. And then we'll go into some forearms.
That's great.
You can have a bit of a, I don't know, recall. Okay, so we're going to do some wrist mobility and stretching for the forearms. So if you just take your hands to the front and we're just doing circles, trying to get all the edges of our wrists. And the other way. And then flicking water. This just makes it easier if you're doing a lot of grip work to help kind of refresh the tendons in a way. We do it in gymnastics, like before any work and then after. Okay, so wriggling fingers. You're going to take your hands and you're going to place back of your palms down on the floor, if you can see. Yeah, okay, I'll back up a little bit. And you're placing the backs of your hands and your fingers spread out, and your wrists are on the floor as well. And you want to just come over a tiny bit just to give some weight, and you're going to do a little bit of side to side action. If it's too much weight on your wrist, maybe you should pad it up more.
It's almost like you designed this session for me, Jo.
Yeah, because of all your golfing.
I played golf yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I had a little bit of a sore spot in my lumbar, right, and my right wrist and my left wrist.
Great. Okay. And then lean back.
Perfect.
And then place your hands
Actually,
the other way. So palm down.
Go. Yeah.
Spread fingers. Straight arms. And then just same thing, side to side. You won't feel it as strong, but you can also try and wrap your elbows so the inside of your elbows come more towards the middle. They'll be facing you, but if you twist them, you'll get more of like it's a tendon stretch. Okay, side to side. And then bring them up, place them on your lap. And then you're going to place them forward. So your fingers are facing you, palm up. Your weight is coming over a bit, and then you gently lean back. And something you can do is you can twist your elbows so they're facing the front, getting more of a stretch that way. And then as you kind of pulse back and forth, just get used to that sensation. Try and spread your fingers as much as possible. And something you can do, which is also a neural stretch, is very slowly try and curl your fingers into your palm while keeping your wrists on the floor. So if I do that from the side, looks like this weird claw-like type action. Yeah, as you lean back. It can be quite painful, especially if you take your thumb into your palm and try and wrap it up. You're getting a bit of a radial stretch. But you can kind of just pulse them if it's too much. And then slowly swivel your hands around so your fingers apart, and then just drag them onto your lap. Yeah, and then give them a bit of a shake. So now we're going to stretch the forearm flexors, and going to have them here, and then having your wrist face the front, so you can see my tattoo. And we're spreading our fingers, palm down.
Oh, we've got a visitor, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Hello. And then just pulsing. Back up. Just pulsing. That happened in one of my other stretch classes. A big, what was it? A greyhound. What was it?
Oh, yeah.
It was something like a racing dog. He was really tall and skinny, just came into the front. And so you could just see the person underneath the legs. Okay, pulsing there. If you want it stronger, just lean back a bit. And again, bring your elbows to the front. You can pulse one at a time or both at the same time. You can do a contraction here if you really want. You can press your fingers into the mat. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take a breath. And then just try and sit back a bit more. If you can't, don't worry. Okay, and then just lean over a bit more, and then swivel your hands around, and then just pull your hands back up. And shake. Okay, so I want you to interlace your hands. Yeah. And I just want you to do a little bit of twisting at the wrist. Yeah. And then this is quite a strong one, and so I don't know whether it would be too uncomfortable for you to do it, but now that you've done all that wrist mobility, maybe it won't be too bad. So I want you to turn it palm up, and I want you to open up elbows, and I want you to put it on the floor so it looks like, let me see if I can get it of you.
Upside down like that?
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And then just pulse your wrists back and forth. So it looks like a bit of a, well, I can't even really show it on camera. It looks like an upside down heart.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be fairly strong on the insides.
Yeah.
Okay. Pulsing, breathing.
It's good for you too, Mike, as a physio.
Yeah, definitely. Joe's a massage therapist as well, so
Yeah, I do it. I do it all the time. It's people always ask, "Oh, surely your forearms get really sore," and I go, "Oh, but I do a lot of wrist and forearm things."
Yeah.
And we have to. Well, when the gyms were open, I did do aerials, and so before any gymnastic things, you need to do a lot of wrist and forearm work. Okay, something you can also do is just grab around your wrist, yeah, like tightly, like firm grip, and I just want you to take your wrist into a motion, like a circle, while you maintain that grip.
Lots of clicking.
And then the other way. Yeah. And just back and forth. Another circle. Okay. And the same. So get a good solid grip on your wrist, and then just taking it into circle. And then the other way. And then opening back and forth. And then just wriggle fingers. Yeah, little flicking of water. So that's your whole wrist, forearm.
Oh, excellent, Joe.
Mobility. And if you ever need to come back to it, just play the video.
Yeah.
So grab your chair. And we're just going to do some neck work.
Okay, hang on, I've got to get my chair.
Yeah, you can see. Okay, would help if you can see my neck, right? Feet are flat on the floor.
Apologies.
It's okay.
I think that might be a bit close.
Yeah. And
Still a little bit close.
yeah, a bit back. Okay. So very slowly with your nose, you're going to spell fix physio, and whether you choose capitals or cursive, it's up to you. So I just want you to warm up your neck.
Comic Sans.
Oh, okay. The Y is interesting.
Yeah, the X is interesting as well.
The I.
The X.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now that you've done that, you're just going to take your kind of do a backstroke with your ear. So maybe just watch me first. Take your nose up, and we're doing circles with our nose back on the right side. So looking up, ear stroke coming back, looking behind you, looking down, coming up to the middle. Just doing a few of those. And then the other way, so looking down, looking behind you, looking up, to the middle, up to the middle, down behind you, up, middle, and just one more. Okay, and then the other side, so left side, gonna backstroke, so look up, behind us, backstroke with our ear, look it down, come to the middle, and do a few of those. Through. One more. And then the other way. So looking over our shoulder, coming up, looking towards the middle, looking down, back, up, to the middle. Just a couple more. Trying to keep the shoulders in front. Yeah, and then when you're done with that, we're going to combine those to make an infinity symbol, like backstroking over with the right and then backstroking over with the left. So to start from the middle, looking up, backstroking over right shoulder, down, middle, looking up, backstroking over left. And just a couple of those. And when you're done, just stop. Look. Okay, so I think in the first video I did a lot of contract and relax type exercise for neck in certain directions. This one is just really easy to remember. It's just the hands of the clock, 12 hands. And you're just going to pause in those positions and just try and relax your shoulders down. If you want, you can like grab the base of your chair, but just see how you go. So from 12 o'clock, I'll just demonstrate first, and then because once you're face down, you can't really see what I'm doing. So 12 o'clock is just pure flexion coming down, and then 1 o'clock we're moving our head to the right, and then 2 o'clock we're getting more like the trap and the base gap. 3 o'clock is a complete side bend, the shoulder is down. Then 4 o'clock you're coming backwards and you're feeling more of like lateral neck and a little bit of scalings. 5 o'clock you're feeling more scalings, maybe a bit of like front neck muscles. And then if you feel like safe and stable to do extension, then you can place hand on your chest and do 6 o'clock, and then you're just coming around. to complete the other side. Okay,
Yep.
so just relax shoulders down, going 12 o'clock, so looking towards our lap and just feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. And then give it the top of the spine. Just breathe deeply. Oh, I might just mute lock for a bit. Maybe I can't. It's okay. Don't. And 1 o'clock, starting to feel a stretch in the left trap. 2 o'clock. Really pull the left shoulder down. You can feel more of the top of the shoulder. Breathe slowly and deeply. 3 o'clock, so complete side bend, looking at the front. The eyes are up. 4 o'clock, slight tilt. You're starting to feel the front. 5 o'clock, starting to get anterior scalenes. Bit under the jaw. Just place your hand on your chest if you're doing 6 o'clock. Come back. You can also protrude your chin to get more of jaw stretch underneath. 7 o'clock, starting to get the front scalenes on the right. 8 o'clock, we're at the lateral side. 9 o'clock, so complete side bend, eyes to the front. Tractioning the right shoulder down. And then 10, starting to dip your gaze down, starting to feel it in your right trap. 11. And back to 12. Just let your head hang for there for a few moments. 2 more breaths. And then you can use your fingers to push your forehead up. Or you're already there. Okay, so I had to do pec, and I can show you 2 ways. So one on the chair and then one on the floor, because we already have the chair here. I'll just demonstrate using the chair. So you just bring it side on. You're placing your forearm on, let me just see if I can get a better angle. Placing your forearm on the chair, and your arm is coming out at like a 45-degree angle. So if I change this, I can have you see what I'm doing. And what you're going to do is you're basically pressing down in this angle. So it's a bit of a 45-degree angle for your arm, and you're just pushing down and taking your gaze to the opposite side, and you'll feel the pec stretch here. So I'm in a bit of like a kneeling position. So let's see if you can get this. So your forearm and your hand is flush with the chair. Your upper arm is like a 45-degree angle, and you're pressing down. Yeah. And then you're looking to the right, or like looking to the opposite side of where your hand is. You should feel a pec stretch.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, okay. And so the further you come down, like your supporting hand, my hand is just next to me. The further you come down and the more you turn, the stronger it will be. So just gauge where you're at and don't push yourself too hard.
Right.
So a good contraction here that you can do is gently press your hand into the chair for 3, 2, 1, and relax your hand. Take a breath. And on the next breath out, just try and sink deeper in. 2 deep breaths. And when you're ready to come off, then just like press your supporting arm straight and then just take your hand off the chair. Is that strong enough or not strong enough? Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find the best angle to demonstrate this out, but I think you pretty much get it. So your hands and your forearms flush with the chair. Is a 45-degree angle. Pressing, turning into your shoulder, pressing down, leaning towards the floor, and then rotating your head to the opposite side. If people don't feel it, they can change the angle of their upper arm. Maybe they're too much at right angles. You'll need to get that kind of 45-degree angle from where your elbow is. Breathe there. Gentle contraction. Press your hand into the chair. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Stop contracting. Take a breath. And then just see if you can sink deeper and turn your head. Yeah, that's really good. You're getting a lot of depth, both you. And then when you're ready, slowly push off your support arm and then take your hand off the chair and give it a shake. Maybe you rub it because it can get quite intense. Did you want me to show you the floor one?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a variation of that, but it is a lot more intense. So if you want to take it up to the next level, then that's great. Okay, so you're just lying flat on your tummy and you're taking, maybe just watch first and then do it. So say I'm stretching my right arm, I'll place my hand at 45-degree angle, palm down. 45-degree angle, my palm is down and my shoulder is rolled in towards the mat. If you have a gap there, just roll up a bit of towel and put it underneath. So roll that in. This is a push-up arm. I'm getting a bit of feedback.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Sounds like a parrot. Anyway, so we only have a few minutes. So the first thing you're going to do is when you push up with this arm, you're going to be rotating backward.
Oh, yeah.
But first, before you do that, I want you to slightly shift your hips away from your pec stretch arm, because when you roll over, I want everything to be in line from your head to your bottom foot. So the top foot will want to come back. But that slight hip adjustment at the start, just moving your hips slightly away from your stretched arm will make the difference to the alignment. So you've rolled your shoulder in, you push your hand away, and you'll start to feel it strongly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come out of it, and I'm just going to check your form. Yeah, good. If you don't feel it strongly enough, just check your ankle. Maybe your arm, while you've twisted, has come down. You've lost the stretch. Same thing, same contraction. You can press your hand into the floor. 3, 2, 1. And then relax and try and push yourself a bit more. Or not if you've had enough. And then roll back. Pull your hands in. A lot stronger, that one.
Yeah.
And 45-degree arm. Out. Have your hand as the push-up arm. Move your hips slightly away from your outstretched arm. Take a breath. Make sure your shoulders rolled in. And push off the push-up arm into your shoulder. You might give yourself a bit of a spinal twist. I'm definitely tighter on my left. I'm left-handed. Good.
Yeah, so we're copying. So I'm copying.
Press your hand.
All right.
Press your hand into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Stop contracting. Take a breath. And on your breath out, just see if you can push a little bit more. If you can't, don't worry. And very slowly unroll a bit onto your tummy. And draw your hands up and push yourself back. Maybe take a recovery position. My left is, yeah, needs more work.
That's good. I like that one.
Loved it.
Yeah, so if you want, you can go back to like the start and do some spinal rotations like we were at the start. But yeah, that's
just on your knee.
On your knees, yeah, you can do some ragdoll on your knees. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a bird.
I've never heard that before. I don't know what it is either. It's almost as if it's my microphone, I think, because whenever I speak, it happens. I don't know.
I thought Locke might have like a parrot on his
shoulder.
There's trucks out the back that you're probably hearing, and there was a bush turkey commercial before. The guy's doing his old Italian neighbour 2 doors across is doing all these fruit trees, fruit garden.
Well, thanks so much for that again, Jo. I'm sure that was really helpful for YD as well, for Lockie as well, with his golf. But that was really helpful for me, with sort of chest and forearms in particular. That was great. Thank you.
That was excellent. Thanks very much, Jo.
You're welcome. I'm glad it's really relevant to you.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was saying to Lockie as well that this is, and I said to you as well, Jo, this would probably be the last one for now. But there's all that back catalogue there if people want to go in and have a bit of a look. But thank you for everything over the last few weeks. It's been brilliant. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm still laughing at this parrot. All right. I'll see you.